Hello. So we continue looking at NIA bubble uh, NIA protocol plugin demo, and we are going to look at keys next. From the previous step, we have seen that you use keys, private key and public key to authenticate with NIA and to do anything important in NIA. And now I would like us to see that key where it is stored. And if you right click on your browser where you just logged in and then go to inspect, you will see that the application there is near Bubble API, and you can see several keys that are stored here. There is a Team Zero, there is the Rudia.testnet. There are these that did not go through, they are didn't identify the wallet, the URL, and all that. So this is the current one that is, if you could put the number that three Y U W A and all that. I would like to show you how you can fetch this key and use it on a subsequent step. And you go to your application and provide a button to um, generate keys here from the browser. I have this button here that is going to help me show you how to do it. So when you look at this workflow, there is a workflow. There is an action for keys from browser. Again, this is an element action that you can get keys from the browser because it is a front-end action, and if you select this, then you have the action, and then you just need to provide the account ID. And so we are going to see how it is actually working in real time. So we have these little um, 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 radio buttons here where you can select what kind of keys you want to use. If you want to use keys, you want to generate your own keys, you can do that. You can use keys from a browser, you can use your keys that is already generated and it is stored somewhere. So you will just need to have a workflow to provide the public key and the private key. The details of how you're going to use these keys in NIA is coming, but for now, just know that we have public key and private key, and they are this method that is used to generate them. So next is to show you the key that you have seen from the browser. How can we fetch it? And I have shown you that you need to use these actual keys from browser and near a. I mean, these are not very good English, but that's how Babo does it. I have an element that we added here on this particular one, near wallet, and that is what this workflow is referring to. That particular near A. Now, if you provide account ID, I will provide the account ID for team0.testnet, and then you call that. You see, we have this particular key here, and it's the one that we saw when we inspected our browser and we went to application, and you see this API key is pending. This one did not complete, but this one is complete, and it's particularly 33YUWA, and it's the one that we are seeing here. Okay, so we are aware of extracting that key, and we can use it again and again, and the public key and the private key as well. So That's how you get a keys that you can use for a subsequent step. Whenever you need to use a key from browser, yeah, you have to run the workflow, get keys from the browser, this particular keys from browser, and then you can store it somewhere. This one I have stored it in a state called I've stored it in a state called public key and private key. They are two different, and then that is what I'm using to show you here. And then also want to show you how you can generate a fresh key. And when you generate a fresh key, you have this button for generating keys, and it's you can see it the way it's working here. If you want to generate key, uh, generate key, it uses an action generate random key pair, and this action is actually from uh, um, the server side of Bubble server side. It's a plugin action from the server side. It's not from an element from the element side. So we have both the server side and the client side element. So you generate and then you store the values in the same page. I'm storing them in this page index, and I have private key, public key, custom states. So let's see what it's gonna give us. Real time it generates because it's server side, it's a bit slow. Nia is plenty fast, but we know when running server side actions in Bubble, it's a bit slow. But there you go. We have a new key. Remember, the other one was starting with 33. This one is it's a brand new key. It has not been used. It's anywhere. It is not associated with any contract or account. So this is an account. This is an API. This is a key that we can use on subsequent steps. Then you could even store this key and use it later. So you could store it in the database or somewhere safe, or you could store it as a state like I have done here. So the moment you want to use as a key that is stored somewhere else, sorry, got interrupted by some noise from outside. But the moment you want to use a key that is stored from somewhere else, you can provide the key here, and we have created a way to verify the key. For example, we go to the key that we have generated here. You can use this one. That's public key. And then provide the private key, and we can verify the key is okay before using it. And this action is actually uh, this particular action of verifying the key pair. Verify. Verify. I think this action is not included, but I will look into that. That's how generally we can use the keys. We can either use the key that we stored in the browser after logging in. You can generate a new key pair, or you can use a key that is stored somewhere that you can use again and again. So that is it about the key generation. Um, I would like now to look at the way we use those keys on the next step.